Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're going to be watching episodes 6 and 7 of Flip Flappers, and we're very excited to be here doing just that. Flip Flappers, we're back. It's another couple of episodes here as opposed to last week, which was a little bit of a shorter one. I lamented that. It should be 2 from here till the end, which will be good, keeping that good pace and that kind of stuff. Albeit last week's episode was quite interesting. I think I filled the time there quite well. Jumping in here, it seems like we're gonna go in another pure illusion, something to that effect. Learn a little bit more about the world. Korkina's definitely feeling a little bit more in control of it all. She's making decisions. She's not letting it happen to her. She's taking charge. And from the preview, it seems like we're going to keep talking with that art girl a little bit more. So again, looking forward to it. Broadly, I guess I should just keep setting the scene, because if I pop over here to the YouTube comments, we can see that I don't have any here today. So again, YouTube comments are open for patrons if they want them. What else? Yeah, just generally keeping on with this Flip Flappers thing that we have going on. I think we're going to continue to go on little adventures with Paprika and Korkina, and they're going to grow closer and closer, get that kind of synchronization rate up, impedance, I believe was the word we used there. Get that up and become more powerful and magical girly and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, and hopefully we talk to Yayika a little bit more through, what she's got going on and that whole other side of the mystery. Dr. Salt, clearly another important piece there, I would say. Who the hell are even other twins? That's another thing that we should watch for. But again, generally this idea with the show that, hey, as opposed to uniformity and a boring life where you're doing what's expected, you've got to take personal risks, you've got to believe in something that you believe in personally yourself and become the protagonist of your own life as opposed to a bystander, if that makes any sense. And again, Korkina specifically achieving that through art, it seems like, and appreciation of art, and a little bit less traditional critically thinking and more thinking about how something makes you feel. Again, just these general ideas that I think have been gotten across quite well by the show thus far. Of course, I believe there is still mysteries afoot with Korkina and what's going on there. I've gone through the start of the show and how I think it's a little bit suspicious, to say the least, as well as this repeated dream sequence we keep seeing, the boat going down the river, so keeping an eye on it. And yeah, with that said, I guess we should just kind of jump in. I should shout out my patrons first and foremost, though, because they give me money, which I like. So yeah, if you guys want to pay me $6 a month, you can get access to videos a week early. There's a couple of other tiers there. If you're feeling fruity, give it a look. It's pretty cool. Many people have given it a look. Starting here with Mickey Babbers, Charles++, Akomancer, Banana Rama Hama Damasama, Bobbin, Chobo Ribby, Dapper Dwarf, Domobot, Ichu, Ed, Fancy Question Mark, Fleur Nightingale, Fruit, Gloriana Tenebrae, Glyke, Greybeard, Gus N, Heath, Ika, Yako Yavanen, Jacob R, Joran, Kelvin, Clem, Nosta, Cot Begemot, Lasher840, Lou, Max, Mistake Chen, Nailu, Need, Nico Lane, Parnik, Pencil Sharp 333, Ragashingo, Ron Lad B&K, Saint Lily, Sal, Sam1373, Skeleton, Voiko, Without a Net, Yuki Ali, Zach, Binchy, Hans Peter, Marsh, Voodoo Chili, and over the other page, Ice and Run Tiki. Thank you very much for giving me money and continuing to support the channel, and myriad other things. So yeah, we're jumping into episode 6 of Flip Flappers right away. Why not? Let's do it. Let's jump right in. Rightio, I have episode 6 up there ready to go. 23 minutes and 41 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly with your own copy. If not, I've got the picture-in-picture version in the description below, and I'm using the Zang file set from Nya. So look that one up if you feel the need to. Either way, we're going to give it a 3, 2, 1. Rightio, 3, 2, 1, go. Brain. Robot. Oh, the robot was a brain, I remember. Is he in a tent? Oh, gym badges. Oh, okay. Another little time skip where we got another fragment. Ooh, eye. Whoa. Why is he so cagey with the details? Until pure illusion is picked clean. Could almost get a little bit political there if you wanted to. The political leanings of the show. Yeah. I don't know if I want to. Yeah. Resource extraction versus sustainability is what I think we're going towards, potentially. It's an interesting thing to talk about, almost like the capitalization of imagination. Yeah. Okay. Weird. Like what the revenue stream. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think that's like it, what's the limit on imagination in that equation? Anyway, I'm going off the deep end early. Um, what was fucking bro with the glasses doing? Glasses nerd guy, swirly glasses, was typing away on his little keyboard. I'm pretty excited about today as well because I get to watch Girls Band cry as well. It's a very big difference from the recording day, which used to be Haibane Renmei and Monogatari. That one was depressing. This same old dream again, it seems, as well. Indeed. Oh, we're back in her room even. Yeah, very similar to a previous episode, I remember. Yeah, that's a fake grandma, I'm sorry. Oh, do you forget it, maybe? Are you, though? Are you? What are we doing? Oh, so we're giving her cookies. I wonder which are which. That's great. Oh, I wonder if that's what was on the canvas last time. Iroda. Isn't that like colors or something? Okay, so yours are the bad ones. But you made them. It stinks. Or Paprika's sense of smell has been, I don't know. Whoa, okay, what are you doing? Paprika's not very smart, is she? Anyway. Why can't she have nail polish on? Bubbles! Oh, what? Why? Did we just skip straight in? Spider? We're fighting in the eye spider? That was really cool. Alright, where are these other freaks? What did the spider do to you? Oh, yeah. It's almost like we're in her painting from before, no? A little bit. Yeah, murder my friend. Don't get me started on tickling. Terrifying. I do really like her fucking arm thing and how it's a cast in real life. Oh, we're still going? I don't think you guys have the ability to, because you're based on a different set of values than we are. What is Papika looking at? R2D2? Whoa! We found a secret, the Nether portal. An Oblivion gate. I wonder what the rock was. Okay, they left the fucking stone too. Okay. Separation. The backgrounds are really cool this episode too. And now different art style? Younger? Flashback? Hold up. Hold up. Okay. Oh! Oh! She looked very similar to Kokona. Is a young Kokona in her... No. Where do we come into the equation then? Hummus? Not like hummus, that's something else. It's not hard. You do that in the water, it's a classic. Yeah, hell yeah. Point it away from yourself, though. That's the goal. Oh, this is such like a grandma house. Look at this shit. Don't look at my art, it's embarrassing. She's me, current year. What does drawing normally even mean? Yeah, looks really cool. It's also clearly made by a child, so you probably shouldn't discourage them. They made me stop. You will work until you die. Yeah, why were you crying? You were crying at the door before. Just in general. I can't breathe? This is gonna be tragic, isn't it? Oh! Nail polish! Set up payoff. This is... You're going to die bad. Soon. Oh. Soon. Very soon. What? What? Oh, is something's wrong with her or something? I hate that I'm so predictive about this, but it screams it. What's Paprika doing, you reckon? Just somewhere else? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Blue door. Mm-hmm. Oh, hello. How are you? Interesting. So we're like two versions of Iroha? At one point we're locked in the room drawing, and then the other one gets to experience the life. Whoa! Fully cooly vibes. Yeah, definitely. Whoa, that was fucking awesome too. No. How are we gonna get out? Saved? What's the juice? What's the goo? No, you're not. Us. Okay, I was wondering if Yayaka was going to have a little bit of a change of heart based on that, but no. We just got our pockets snatched. I agree. I know who Iro is. Wait, no, don't go back. I don't think Auntie's got long left. uh, is that like danger or something? Mm-hmm. Not like this. Nah, I don't want to see this. I wish she just fucking died. I don't want to see her fucking lose her mind. And now we're linking that to the nail polish? What at a what at a what? She'll never pass away. Anyway. So, yeah, interesting. She's just like kind of a family friend, neighborhood old lady, former teacher. I thought it was like literally auntie or something. Yeah, okay, now we're done. Pack it up. Pack it up. Turn it off. I don't want to. I don't want to see this. Why? I'm seeing all that mail. Where's my happy ending? Not here anytime soon. Yeah, that's cool too. Not the hospital. Yeah, I know. Why? Why today? Because life's not fair. That's why. Why'd you guys go back at the portal? Alright, there we go. Take me away from Depression Realm. I don't want to be here. Don't make me be here. Whoa. Secret nail polish. Now that's... Why? No! How do we get up? Damn, crazy hospital room. Notice the colors? Everyone seeing the colors? Who is it? Synchronized justice. The colors. There we go. Happy ending. That's all I wanted. And again, that confirmation, if people were stupid, was that it's the art, senpai. Okay, so what did that do? Thoughts? Salt? Thoughts? Where is she? Where is she? Okay, no, she's still here. The episode's about to end too. I see. Because, what does that mean? I gotta watch the start of the episode again. Because it was like, oh, I don't like the nail polish. Somebody else can use the nail polish. I don't like keeping it around. And then there's progression there. Is that based on what we did? Was what we did in the pure illusion impacting like the past or the mind state of the person? Whoa. Because I've already theorized, or we have theorized, I guess I should say, that the pure illusions themselves are based on somebody else's particular view of something. I remember we talked about it in the first episode. It's based on their view of the world. There's a word for it. So that would be more evidence to that. This was Iraha's view of the world, even as directors to frame a flashback around it. Now, bold prediction here, I reckon we're going to do the same thing for Salt at a certain point, where we get to see what happened with him. And that's how we're going to frame exposition and backstory and flashbacks and stuff. That's really cool. Fantastic episode. Really, really fantastic. I didn't want it to be so depressing. But I don't know, get over it, I guess. Alright, next time on, which I'm not going to watch, I'm going to pause. We're on a train, apparently. Weird. Yeah, that was depressing. We're going to watch another one, and hopefully my mood improves. It was very funny, and kind of ironic that I said, I'm happy I'm not watching Haibane Renmei on this day anymore. I won't be depressed anymore. They proved me wrong. Anyway, episode 7, let's get that one up. Rightio, episode 7 of Flip Flappers up there, ready to go. 23 minutes and 40 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly with your own copy. Same as last time, picture-in-picture in the description below, and I'm using the subs that I said I was using. Zang, I believe. Yeah, that sounds right. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Rightio, 3, 2, 1, go. Art prep room. Okay. Still thinks it stinks. Whoa, what? We just saw her as well, just right there at the very end. What is she doing? She's burning? She's at the furnace? Moving these? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah. What? We made a change there, actually. I thought it was going to be unequivocally a good thing. But no, it seems like we've changed her somewhat. Whoa! She's kind of like Corkina now. Whoa, think about it. Iroha, after being... It's almost like she's possessed by parts of Corkina's personality. Is Corkina going to see herself as someone like a poison now or something? Because I touched it and fucked it up, I'm broken? Yo, that would be cool. Again, just spitballing. I'm unsure. Yeah, but it seems like it's a bad thing what we made her do now. Yeah, she's... This senpai character is way more important than I thought she'd be. And we haven't even started to address many of these other characters as well. Okay. It's these red doors. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Very tired. Fleefla? What is that? It's a cake or something. Yeah, do you know anything, Yayika? Which one? You mean the doors? I guess. Whoa! Sure. But we did come back, it was fine. Damn. It was really random. So you have memories? Thoughts? 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 Yayaka, give me some exposition. I think you did. Yayaka. Yayaka gave us nothing? Yeah. She's so stupid. Okay, thoughts? I would agree. No, I don't know. I'm actually stupid. Oh, you do know. Explain. Okay. Yeah. It affects our world too. Stop saying dark hole. I don't like that. There we go. Yes. Our fault too. Both. In theory. So what is it that you do? Whoa. Okay, sure. We did theorize maybe there's a way to fix it. Interesting. I need all the gym badges. Okay. Did you know? Well, again, that matches to... I'll talk about it. Exactly. Gay. Oh, less gay. Again, this matches Kokona from before, where she was hesitant about going into these things because it would danger Papika. Now it's endangering other people again, and she doesn't want to do it. Oh, but we went in there regardless? The lighting's very similar. No, we're in reality. The world shell. Seems pretty lonely. Mysterious. Unlived in. What the fuck? Why? Okay, again, we're in a pure illusion. That's kind of fun. Eat quickly, now. Don't make her cry. Yeah. What is that? This is like the 4th time they've bathed together. But you're my One-chan. Come on. Always so selfless. Kokona, right? You're gonna have to stop doing that, though. Necessary shot. Hello? The fuck? Who has like a salad with eggs? Oh, same shot. This is really trippy. Here we go. No, nothing. No Papika. What would the first episode be like if there was no Papika? No, Papika's here. Boy? Gender flip? Oh, the voice is great. Oh. This is scandalous. Take me by the hand. Yeah. Okay, no, she's gonna inhabit a different role now. Yeah, we've been here. Yeah, okay. Now who's Papaka's gonna be Salt? No. Okay. Some hella soundproofing in there. Yeah, look at that. That's funny. Ah! You're a freak. Characters that are literally you? Nail clippers. Right? Yeah. Whoa, what the fuck? That was crazy. Nail clippers versus nail polish is interesting. Okay, next. Show me another Papaka, please. My favorite video game, Papaka, please. Oh, hello. Holy fuck. Settle down. What? No, I just punched the sand. Oh, yes. Delinquent Papaka. What the fuck? That's too many different things. Oh, we're playing dress-ups. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, he loves it. And we're just having fun. I would argue to what end? What does this all mean? Finally, Miku. I never understood the whole photo booth thing. Also, I hate this one. Get her off my screen. I'm trying to see the significance of a world stopped that's full of random different papakas that change form. A crossroads? Still following the rules, by the way, even though the world stopped. Which I guess is something to note. Hello, freak. She will appear soon in a new varied form. A lot of them are boys. Which, you know. Generic, like, rom-com situations between our two characters. Oh. Yeah, thoughts? She's been... What was the previous guy then, if not a Nicky Man? The guy in the classroom. Was he like a bad boy? I don't know. It's very much not my thing, if you didn't know that. Well, the change has been bad, though. Well, you're changing a lot. I don't know who you are. As a friend. Oh! We're going there. Smooch. They did? They are? What do you mean by that? Also the devil horns. Fun, you say? Okay. Teleports in front of you. Teleports away. Okay. Train track. Because, yeah, both of you were in the closet, so it implies that a Paprika, like our Paprika, exists somewhere. Oh, this is the train from the preview, of course. Spirited Away vibes. Ever so slightly. Ooh, yeah. Very patient scene. I like that as a break. Another passenger? Let me guess, Paprika. No? Okay. No, this was our destination. Never mind. Oh, hello. Fancy meeting you here. Did that summon her, or? What is the sound? I don't like the sound effect very much at all. It's an awesome looking effect, though. I'm waiting for somebody to grab the... Yep. Oh! Okay. Did you see a bunch of versions of me? I wonder what Paprika's perspective here was. Cool. We won the day, but to what end? Did we find a fragment, or...? Weird. Interesting that we got an establishing shot for the secret base. Damn. Okay, cool. The amorphous children. Evil man. Our secret evil plan is almost upon us. Yeah, Yayika's definitely... She's gonna join us, right? That would make sense. This was from the opening, this kind of structure. What? Some guy on a laptop? Hackermans? What is happening? Oh, Midsummer. What the fuck is a Mimi? What was any of that? What do you mean? So I've got, again, that's Salt, right? I think. Oh, that's the cast there's fantastic. Yeah. Interesting. What? Okay. Thematically, that episode makes a lot of sense if, Kokona is concerned that she now has the ability to change somebody else's personality to make it feel like something's missing for somebody else, therefore give somebody else a feeling of feeling empty, right? She then, it's almost her own pure illusion, where she then isolates herself from everybody else as to not hurt them, but keeps getting interrupted by different versions of Papaka. Again, if I can change somebody's personality in the past to affect who they are in the future, or something to that effect, this is what the Papakas in this episode almost represent as well. But speaking to the very end of the episode, I've got no clue. What the hell's a Mimi? I'll need to pause all through that kind of stuff. Which is interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the context there would even be. Seems like there's an evil plan by the other blokes, and it seems like Yayaka's on the outer, and then it seems like Salt, something with his past maybe, is important. I don't know. And next time on, pool episode? What? And then guy with the glasses. Not that guy with the glasses, that's something else. Yeah, weird, odd. Let's analyze those. I don't want to do the depressing episode again, but I guess I will, out of obligation. These episodes, they felt linked in my mind too. I'm happy I watched them together. So, yeah. Unless, again, the episode 8 goes really well with this one. I think this was a good pair. I think we did pretty well there. Yeah, we'll go and have a relook. I'm very much intrigued, and there's not many episodes left, ultimately, so what are we going to do here? Unsure. Rightio, Flip Flappers, episodes 6 and 7, both were fantastic. 6 was depressing as fuck, but 7 was really fun. Another successful flip-flapping day, I would say. Yeah, it's an interesting one to talk about, it really is. Very much a focus on Kokona as a character, and I'm happy I did the stuff early about her characterization, right? And I feel like, episode 3 in that regard is very important, that kind of conversation with that devil-like character. You're empty, it's kind of this manifestation of her innermost fears, right? You're this kind of empty person that isn't as interesting as everybody else around you. It's almost like you're unfinished in a lot of ways, right? It's not like you're a real human in a lot of ways too, which is maybe something to watch. I've theorized fake grandma, but maybe fake Kokona as well, we don't know. It is interesting that both Papaka and Kokona, characters which, Papaka notwithstanding, haven't gotten backstories yet, almost forced to relive the backstory of another more established, more real character in Iroha, right? And then affect it either one way or another. And again, I've theorized during the reaction there, it's almost like Kokona's emptiness is affecting Iroha and her current mind state in some ways, right? Is she like a vacuum? Is she like sucking in the backstory and taking it away from somebody else and changing fundamentally who they are in a lot of ways, right? Like that butterfly effect stuff too, changing that one small thing about the nail polish, changing that one interaction with the grandmother, or the old lady, I should say, in the past, ultimately affected her so much in the now. Yeah, and she's like, oh, she almost woke up to herself in a way and didn't appreciate art anymore. And if there's one thing the show's doing, it's advocating for art. It thinks art is a good thing, and artistic expression and everything else there is a good thing that should be rewarded. So again, what made the decisions there happen the way they happened? Did Kokona like steal her backstory, is my point. That's like my general theory, right? Is that something that we're talking about? Even if not literally, kind of metaphorically? I don't know. And then again, moving on to episode 7, I just kind of spoke about it. If episode 6 and kind of its conclusion in the start of episode 7 is about reinforcing the fear and the power that we now hold about jumping into these things, right? Jumping into these pure illusions and the effects that it can have and the dangers there. Is that not very similar to Kokona very early in the show, where she does want to access pure illusion on the thought that it may hurt Papaka, right? May hurt the people around her. And then again, Papaka's kind of the inverse of that. Oh shit, these things actually are dangerous. They unite on a level. That was kind of episode 2 from memory. They unite on a level that they are going to tackle this thing together. So again, we get to a point where we enter pure illusion, that being Kokona, with the thought of not wanting to access pure illusion anymore. And again, accessing pure illusion is accessing the thoughts and feelings of other people. Hence why the pure illusion in episode 7 is so much about isolation. It's this empty world, right? And I'm seeing, again, Papaka infiltrating this empty world which Kokona wanted in order to try to pull her in. And again, that's that flip of context at the very end. Papaka was looking for her the entire time. And again, these different versions of Papaka were the ways that Papaka could access Kokona in that pure illusion. That's what again, we see it from Kokona's perspective, where it's like, oh, this is weird. Papaka keeps showing up as random people in my life all over again, right? But again, from Papaka's perspective, she's probably on the outside just trying to interact however she can. In that way, it's almost like an inverse protagonist story, right? Where traditionally in an episode, you would place the kind of the audience with Papaka in that case, saving Kokona. But again, we see it from the victim's perspective. We see the hero come in right at the very end and save us, as opposed to the other way around. And again, hopefully from here on in, seeing some stuff in a new light, we access pure illusion again by the very end of episode 7, where we kind of see this weird kind of flashbacky scene play out. So that would infer to me that we are now back on track. Papaka saved Kokona and Kokona's ability to want to go into pure illusion again. It is funny to see the progression through that episode as well, of Kokona not wanting to see Papaka, telling her to go away, but ultimately seeking her out in the end. They very much love each other. And there's that very poignant scene there, of course, where they are in that kind of bedroom, and it's like, hey, well, you love me, right? You love Papaka. No, I want my Papaka, right? And that's that kind of distinction. That's when she disappears and only appears again when it is the real Papaka, right? It's not about, it couldn't be anybody else. It is about their specific personality traits, which again is so very important to Kokona as a character. Discovering those traits and how important they are will be, again, vital in her own journey of self-discovery in the show, I would argue. So yeah, the Iroha stuff is very interesting too. I believe, again, Iroha is like colors or something. It has something to do with that. What is colors in Japanese? Yes, it is. Iro literally means color. Okay, cool. So again, when that person's name is that very specific, like Iroha, and then another name that starts with Iro, that's specifically what we're talking about. Again, that's why the color of the scene is so important during the flashback, kind of that transition between the dark blues and the kind of bright, vibrant afternoon sun colors, as well as the nail polish and the color there being quite important too. So yeah, that's cool. Noun, love, lust, sensuality? What the fuck? What is this? Sure, that's we're gonna leave that. That's probably a little bit too much for me. I don't know. Yeah, interesting one. We'll dive back through here. We'll see what's going on, I guess. So we start the episode with this, like, doctor guy operating on Buchan, the robot. What? I don't know if this is going to go anywhere or has gone anywhere, or it's just, like, kind of, like, establishing that these guys are still working while we're away. I don't know. Is the robot important? The robot has a brain in it. Is the brain somebody's? Should we... The robot's very perverted. Should we kill the brain? Maybe. I don't know. I guess it just establishes the passing of time, because now we're talking with Salt again, and it seems like we've gathered another couple of fragments since the end of episode 5. Kokona continues to ask questions about what we're even doing here. How many more do we need to get? Like, just some general context would be nice. As always, Salt is distant. He's quick to anger. He doesn't want to reveal any details about what's happening here. He may be personally invested on some other level, as we'll theorize at the end of episode 7. This seems like one of the first times we've actually seen behind the veneer, seen behind the glasses a little bit, seen to the man himself. Yeah, again, just a very serious guy. And always, again, quick with Kokona specifically. Does he know something we don't? Almost certainly. Kokona finishes the scene there by storming out, and we see Salt broadly concerned about whatever's going on there. Weird. After that, we go straight into Kokona's dream sequence again. Again, this mysterious character on a boat floating down the river. I've alluded to death in the past. I've alluded to some kind of backstory, a backstory that is muddled and unclear, a backstory that potentially is just an illusion, a backstory that potentially does not even exist. Again, we'll follow this kind of line through the episode and kind of adopting somebody else's backstory, which is a lens of which I saw the episode through. She's a character of perpetual stress. Again, I've talked about the kind of ticking time aspect of Kokona as well. Like, she's running out of time to fix something. She wants to know the quantifiable amount of things she has to get left, as opposed to Paprika, who doesn't care about however many fragments she wants to get, right? She isn't concerned with the numbers, where Kokona very much is, right? That's just the kind of person she is, right? And it's interesting to frame this robotic sense of warmth from the grandmother character here and contrast that with the kind of older lady character in Iroha's flashback. I think that's an interesting lens to look at this through as well, right? What is different about the framing of this, which is, not much of a color, just kind of a really normal day, doesn't really open the eyes, just broadly friendly, nothing else really. No touch, no warmth to any of the interactions here, and contrast that with the realness, the real interactions of Iroha's past. Yeah, just something to watch. What's the difference there? It's really good voice acting too. You can tell the grandmother isn't all there, right? She isn't all there at all. Like, the line read there of concerned about somebody's bad dream. I don't feel the concern behind the line read. It feels like you're just reading the line off a page, which again I think is in fitting with what we're trying to do with this character. Predictively, I think. But yeah, I think this is adorable as well. Let's get up that kind of comparison between the cookies we made in our home economics class. I will say it's an interesting note that we're out of home economics class again in episode 6 after doing a home economics class segment in episode 5 in kind of the ghost school. So that's a neat piece of continuity as well. It kind of helps the episodes to link together, even if not directly, then directly metaphorically. Like the similar ideas from one episode to the next. Now, the difference in the cookies is interesting. You could see cooking as a creative art. I definitely could, right? Paprika excelling. That's her bread and butter, so to say, right? She's very good at that kind of stuff and following recipes and done it all before, blah, 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 blah. She's very self-sufficient. We saw that in episode 4 as well. She's good at that kind of stuff. Where, again, Kokona's strength is a little bit more, math, sciencey, logic, all that kind of stuff, right? So when it comes to trying to express a feeling through cooking something, express a feeling through art, she struggles a little bit. And again, I think that's what the cookies here are trying to represent. It's also just cute. It's cute that she's embarrassed about giving her senpai bad cookies. And again, it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter what they look like. Much like the art in this episode, it doesn't matter what it looks like. What matters is the feeling gotten across by it and the overall taste, right? And it's interesting. Iroha likes that. Iroha respects that general feeling. Because the grandmother, or the older lady character, she expressed that same sentiment about her art way back in the day. Yeah, it wasn't correct. However correct art can be. But it got the feeling across. It got the love across, much like the cookies here. And again, she respects that. That's a fun connection. It's almost like seeing the senpai for the senpai character. Oh, I love her art here too. It's actually fantastic. So we see it here. It's definitely our town. I've seen this bridge and it's just an abstract view. Also, yeah, that little corner there is where we get the first touch of that name too. Again, Kokona embarrassed about the cookies, but yeah, Art Senpai seems to love them, so it's fine, it's good. And again, you're really happy about that. That's cute, yeah. Yeah, also, so Paprika's nose has been an interesting one. Paprika's nose has generally been, like when she smells something and it smells good, it's good. When she smells Kokona, she likes it. But when she smells something bad, it's a bad character who has nefarious intentions and so forth. This time, so far, it just seems like she doesn't like the smell of nail polish. That seems like it. It's a little bit more of a character quirk than anything leading to something greater. Because I was watching this intently, I was like, oh shit, that means there's like an evil presence in the room or something. Instead, here, the nail polish thing is meant to introduce a crucial piece of exposition, which will be kind of shown later on. The meaning will be extrapolated upon. You don't paint your nails, instead you use nail polish in your art, right? Specifically here, you say that you don't deserve to wear nail polish, whatever that means, right? Which again makes the... So I thought by the end of this episode, that was unequivocally a good thing. I don't deserve to wear nail polish. Again, we know the context now, right? The nail polish is linking to that relationship with the grandmother. And I keep saying grandmother, old lady character, links to that relationship and her eventually not mending it, right? Like, it's almost like she remembered too late about the words that she asked of her, right? To remember her and remind her of the name all the way to the end, which she didn't do. Therefore, I didn't grow up into a, promising young lady or whatever the hell was the exact wording there. Therefore, I don't deserve to wear the nail polish. In that way, Kokona almost steals that backstory, as I've been saying, steals that story and jumps in and has that moment. In that way, repairing that thing, but in that way also taking away her artistic drive. So repairing that relationship, taking away the pain, but the pain was also the drive behind the art. So again, I don't need to do art anymore upon not having the pain, upon having a very normal childhood. In that way, it emphasizes the importance of struggle and struggle in making art. Yeah, okay. Am I going off on a tangent here too much? Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I think I'm making sense. I hope I am. To continue to remind the audience here, we have Paprika painting her own nails and then needing it washed because apparently you can't, have this stuff on in the lab or whatever the hell. It's just absolute pandemonium. And then, yeah, the facepalm there, that's pretty funny. And then we skip ahead really randomly, right? So Kokona then looks up and sees some bubbles, and then we go straight from that into transformation sequence, and we're already in, like, kind of the art zone. It does almost feel like a segment of the episode is missing, but, it's fine. You get to the good stuff, I guess. Why not? So we can see the background here, and, it's almost like, it's not crayon. What do you call them? Pastel-y. It's like a very pastel-y color. Like almost like oil, like not quite crayons, but kind of like crayons. You know what I mean? It's got that kind of texture to it in the back. It looks very similar to Iroha's art from earlier in the scene. We'll come to discover that this pure illusion in of itself is probably Iroha's view. Again, we talked, I'm going to find the word. Umwelt. We were talking about that with Yugoskill and Umwelt. Yeah, it's almost like Iroha's Umwelt. It almost seems like across these two episodes, we've drifted away from the pure animation spectacle that kind of characterized the show early. It seems like we're sifting into a little bit more of focusing on what we're actually trying to do here, and instead, again, the stuff, it's front-loaded to draw you in, and now I'm more interested in the mystery and the goings-on and the psychology of it and that kind of thing, rather than just the pure animation stuff. Which is good. It progressed. It's nice. I say this because this is probably the most impressive animated fight sequence of the two episodes, right? There's not much fighting, where, again, early it was characterized by it. Again, you can see a little bit more of what I mean with the backgrounds here. Again, definitely alluding to that style that was on the canvas. Initiate really fun fight sequence between everybody and, like, really scary view of one of the twins here. She was about to fucking punch Paprika in the back of the head. Coward punch style, which is no good. But fun sequence. I like the tickling. I like how non-threatening we are as protagonists versus the antagonists, right? Who are willing to do anything and everything to get what they want. Again, no emotion there. Again, art is derived from emotion. If you guys are emotionless, yet still trying to collect pure illusion, what is that meant to say, right? World domination or whatever. The domination of... Again, if pure illusion can impact the real world, which we've now seen, it's clear to see what the evil guys want to do. They want to dominate the world through this power that can have a tangible effect. Almost like using it to change the past in a lot of ways. Yeah, either way, we get punched and we kind of flying down here into the hole. This is a running thing as well, right? You two are brutal. The amorphous twins, I believe we call them by the very end there. You two are brutal. You don't care about the casualties. You're just see ball, get ball. That kind of guy. You're a little bit more conflicted based on that relationship with Kokona, right? You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to actually... You want to do your job, but you don't want to... You don't want casualties. Well, you guys don't care. And again, that weakness is apparently holding you back to the point where you're kind of kicked out by the end of episode 7 as well. Another interesting point we make there is asking Yayaka if she can transform. Of course it can't transform. I will guarantee, write this in writing, Yayaka will transform by the end of the show. She has to, right? It's a completion of her character arc from evil kind of mechanical team over to that kind of creative magical girl energy that, you know, possesses the protagonists, right? She will change sides and become good. Now, I don't know what this rock thing is, but it seems crucially important because it's the thing that the hell portal kind of comes from. We kind of have this rope that's very taut tied to this rock that's kind of keeping it bound. It probably has some other significance that I'm currently unaware of. Yeah, touching that special object there causes the kind of nether portal to open here, and again, we say it's a portal to hell, but in reality it's a portal to what lies beneath the illusion, a little bit of the realness, right? Like, what is the underlying emotion behind this current Umwelt, right? Behind this current worldview? What is the establishment there? We go into this and we have a look. Again, it's theorized where in Iroha's painting, what is the impetus, what prompted her to paint this, right? What prompted her in her life to be in this position to whereby this is her worldview, right? What created the worldview? We're going to go see it. We're going to dive underneath. Again, we're only establishing this now so we can use it again later. My big theory right now is that we're going to do a very similar thing for Salt later on. And as always, Yayaka is concerned about us more than we're concerned, saying, hey, don't go in. This shit's fucking hella dangerous, but we don't listen and we're sucked into the portal. Very importantly there as well, we leave the fragment, something that Yayaka and the gang can steal later on. This is very important too, the coloration, right? Where we're going to contrast this kind of afternoon sun yellow orangey color versus this blue. This color here, the blue dictates the one that will be stuck in their room alone drawing, and the kind of yellow color will be established, that kind of warmth will be established with that older lady character. So again, similar coloration here, and first and foremost we see Kokona in the role of Iro at the house, right? Again, she's crying after school, sees this kind of, you know, I'm imagining it's her former teacher that's, well, no, it's not. It's kind of like a family friend or something. She is a former teacher, but not Iro's former teacher. She just kind of knows her from the neighborhood, I guess. Interesting. So first things first, we go in and we start cooking. This is an explicit link to the cookie scene from earlier in the episode as well, right? Again, we link this pretty clearly to artistic expression. That's kind of what we're getting at here, right? She's all about art. She's all about nurturing. She's all about, you know, promoting this thing in young people. She seemed like she would have been a very good teacher. Again, before we go full depression. And yeah, interestingly enough, it's Kokona in this role right now struggling with the cooking process. Again, Iro wasn't fantastic at this stuff initially either. Again, maybe sees a little bit of Kokona within herself. How much of this is Iro's past that Kokona is possessing, and how much of it is Kokona interacting and almost possessing her past? Who's in control here, you know? Again, something about this versus Grandma from the start, the warmth and the voice acting and everything else. So very different. So very, very different. That's another fun example as well, gardening, right? Gardening is another form of artistic expression, and again, we're nurturing that in the young girl here. And again, bathing too. Bathing is an artistic expression. I guess anything can be if you want it to be. But more, we're making bath time fun. Right? You need to get clean, or at least you should. I recommend showering, just in general. But hey, I can show you a cool, fun trick that helps you get into the bath and helps you to, you know, spice up your life a little bit more. It's pretty dull if you don't do stuff like this once in a while. Shoutouts to the background of that kind of ticking clock in the kind of background of the scene and this kind of stuff. Very, very old lady house. They've nailed it, right? This is, yeah. Squeaky clean, you know, adornments and that kind of stuff. Very much not like my room in my house. We don't care for this kind of doily type situation. Again, very old lady. They nail the vibe. I can sense this person from the house, I guess. So again, another direct link here. We just had all those scenes about various artistic expression, and now we're taking it to the nth degree with actual art, right? A drawing. And you're embarrassed to show your drawing to somebody else. My mum and my dad call it weird. They don't like it. They don't nurture that side of me, right? They're probably a little bit more. Their dad's got glasses on. I know it's kind of generalizing, but he's probably a fucking nerd, does accounting or something, and again, isn't really concerned about art, unless you're like super good, super traditionally good at art, right? So again, they said to draw normally. Yeah, I don't know, this looks... You can see a little bit of that kind of future flourishes that we saw on the canvas here, just kind of exaggerating the feeling more than anything else, right? Again, in reality, it didn't have this many bubbles and wasn't quite as strong, but that's what the feeling is, right? That's the... I can't believe I'm like analyzing this like 6-year-old's art, but you know what I mean, though, right? Like, that's what they're trying... It's what's the word? It's not surrealist. It's impressionistic, kinda? I don't know. I'm bad at art. But yeah, it's more emphasizing what's important in the scene rather than a true-to-life depiction of what happened. We get a name here. I guess I can go with Yuki-sensei if I want to, but old lady works just fine too. Or Bar. We go with auntie in the subbing, which I enjoy as well. Not literally auntie, but, yeah, the context here is that she used to be a school teacher and that she never had kids. So, again, kind of lives on her own, doesn't have a husband, very lonely, and this kind of daily visits from Iro here, probably the highlight of her day. And yeah, almost directly linking her decision as a teacher to not marry and a decision to live on her own and all these other things, right? As weird as the art. Like, they're kindred spirits in a way. We're choosing our and forging our own paths, right? I'm going to encourage you to follow your own path the same way that I followed mine. And again, this is all spitballing. It's fan theory stuff. But I think the show gives you the room there to make those theories if you want to, which I do like. Specifically here, this blue flower on this kind of memento from the school is probably significant as well. Yeah, it really is just heartbreaking. I don't want to... Yeah, we're going to probably skip through a bit of that sad stuff again. I don't want to feel bad again all like that. We go into a little bit more of a montagey sequence here where we're just kind of flashing forward. This is where I got the impending sense of doom, that something may go bad, which I was correct. Also, again, she's just the sweetest. She clearly just loves children and teaching and that kind of stuff. And yeah, losing her mind slowly, that's just fucking terrible. Specifically, here's the next mention of the nail polish, right? You can use it when you're bigger, when you become a, pretty lovely young lady, all that kind of stuff. And she's also displayed her art. Again, it's personally important to me that I'm going to put it up with everything else, right? Again, that's encouragement that I want to draw more and more. We see it here. She saw that it was, up on the wall. Oh, okay, I want to show off my art again because you clearly value it. That kind of stuff is so important for kids. And again, it's a drawing of you specifically. Isn't that just the sweetest? I don't even like kids like that. I fucking hate kids. And this is getting me all emotional and stuff. It's good. Again, something about the lack of music here and then this gossip. Again, this is when I'm like, oh, I see exactly where we're going here. Because again, you probably got diagnosed with something. There's kind of neighborhood gossip about it. It's coded as dementia, right? Something to that effect. Again, I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't know. And yeah, you never want to go back home, which must be concerning for the old lady as well. Like, you don't want to go home because it's fucking boring and mum and dad fight and I just sit in my room and draw all day and it's all cold and distant and stuff. And now again, the other shoe drops in the scene a little bit more. Again, you continually want to avoid the house, but the door kind of opens. You sneak in regardless. You don't see mum or dad. Instead, you go upstairs and you find Papaka. Notice the colors here pretty explicitly, right? If we go back a little bit and see, like, in fucking old lady's house, generally has this kind of orange, warm, homey color to it all, where again we pop back here over to the house, it's this darker blue. It's clearly not a good vibe inside, just kind of cold. It looks really cold inside. And again, that's when we open the door, we find Papaka's in the dark blue room drawing all alone, as opposed to drawing and having somebody else there to appreciate your art. Interestingly enough, look back vibes, kind of, which isn't, they share a directors, I guess what I'm trying to say. Yeah, just young characters drawing and people choosing to kind of encourage that drawing or not encourage that drawing, and a life of art and all that kind of stuff. In that way, again, it's almost a perfect decision for an adaptation of Look Back. Again, I really liked Look Back. If you're watching this publicly, it should be on the channel by now. I loved it. So yeah, go watch it. Papaka either way switches place with Kokona here, and is the one experiencing the good times while you're stuck here drawing pictures for Grandma that she'll see later on. Now this is really fun too. We go out here to try to show some of our art to Mum and Dad, where this is fantastic, right? I love the lighting here again. This is less of that kind of warm afternoon, homey kind of orangey yellow color and more stressful. It's like red and fucking... It's like a warning sign. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here from the coloration. Also, the exaggeration here goes to show kind of this artistic view of the world that Iro has, and how she views her own parents and how she views them as almost adversarial. Think about the angle here, right? Very in your face, very uncomfortable, it's not somewhere you want to stay around, as opposed to the stuff we saw with the grandmother, or the old lady, I should say. The animation here also is fantastic. I love how fucked up and weird it is, right? It's very, like, you know how you have memories of your own childhood and they're not quite right? It kind of gives me those kind of vibes too. It's just off and kind of scary. Again, the features and the exaggerations here are just fantastic. The longer limbs, it's almost like they're not human. They're not like me and the old lady, they're something else. They're just the people that I live with, as opposed to my actual parents. Oh yeah, and the perspective there as well, just kind of, like almost this perspective warping Kokona in a way as she experiences it, right? And again, needing to pull away from it and become normal again. Yeah, I said Fully Cooley vibes, definitely, for sure. Fully Cooley loved doing certain shit like that, like fucking with perspective and being very, very, very artistic in the process. Again, it's her childish view of her own house. It's almost like she doesn't remember it because she didn't spend a lot of time there, right? It's only a drawing of it that she can barely recall. Again, I wanted to show you this picture of a happy family, but again, you don't want to see my art. You're too distracted by fighting and bickering and stuff. And this is a really effective scene too. Kind of this sloped wall, something that's, you know, in reality for an adult, this would be very clearable. But as a child, it holds this like sense of prison, right? Yeah, I'm struggling to find the words. It's like this childish view of everyday things where it used to all be so very important. Where again, as you grow, you find that it really wasn't that big or anything. It's that perspective that warps everything that's gotten across quite well here. We get that all-important line here as well. Iro is Iro. So again, we're both the same person. We're inhabiting the same person's body at the same time, just in different portions, right? And we swap spots whenever we can. It goes to show this dichotomy between the way that Iro was feeling at the time. At home sucks, at the old lady's house is fantastic, right? Again, I can't switch with myself. I'm the same person through and through, but it's this clear delineation that's very interesting too. And again, it's only emphasized when two different characters inhabit either half. And again, the use of color in all of it as well too. So we'll see color return at the very end of the episode as well, as shit starts to hit the fan. And yeah, that color returning at that time is significant. I will say the fan service is leaning towards unnecessary. Like, what benefit does showing ass here give anything else? I don't know. Like, I know what benefit it gives, but like just tone it down just a little bit. The decision to go back into the portal is a baffling one. I would sense that things are bad in there and that you shouldn't go back, but again, the decision to re-enter is what emphasizes Kokona's kind of guilt by the decision in episode 7 that I've actually changed something here. Again, they treat it somewhat frivolously now, and again, that bites them in the ass later on, or specifically Kokona. It's almost hilarious. Things like instantly start going bad as soon as we come back. We see Kokona is now the lighter Iro, and she walks in and finds the old lady's makeup bag instantly. Again, oh, I'm very foggy in my mind. Oh, fuck. Again, I'm like, yeah, this is just terrible. And I didn't even have, like, a relative that's gone through this or anything. I just hate this shit. Imagine losing your mind, like, literally. Like, it just degenerating over time. That sucks. That's fucking terrible. Oh, shit, I hate this. Now, again, this is that direct link to the nail polish. Because you found the makeup pouch, because you helped me out, I'm going to, you know, just when you're a little bit older, I'll give you the nail polish. Hey, I get to feel a little bit older here and now. Again, don't I look so pretty? Again, you're happy that you're able to have this formative experience with her at this time. Of course, it's colored with the context that you know that you're not going to be here very much longer. Therefore, hey, might as well do it now. Again, we see no such support for the other side of Iro here at home. Again, getting kind of scolded for it by the parents when she gets home as well. Again, Papika forced to experience all the bad parts about this, whilst Kokona gets all the good parts. Until they switch, of course. Even Papika, when she's in, like, the good version, right? She gets all the bad stuff, too. She overhears some gossip about the old lady's potential death, and that she doesn't have any children, that it's kind of weird. But again, they don't know her like I know her, and then again gets all frustrated about it. Yeah, she's all fucking shaky and shit. I hate this. Turn this off. Turn it off. I don't want to see it. Again, she's just fucking deteriorating. She's forgetting, like, birthdays and things that, like, happened last week and stuff. And the voice acting's fantastic. You can tell. Yeah, and then the home turns blue. The home turns the dark blue now because she's not there. Yo, the colors are so fantastic this episode. See the houseplants, that kind of homey nature to it all. It's, again, the flowers are dying. Like, she's dying. Like, she's not here to take care of them. Gathering dust is the rest of the house. She's not home, so the colors change. Again, she keeps coming back to the house over and over again, waiting for her to return. The mail keeps piling up and up. She doesn't know what's going on. She didn't get told. She's not in the loop there. Even the front porch here behind my camera is kind of a little bit dirty too. Again, not maintained. And again, the faceless parents end up finding her and saying, oh, this is where you are, come home. Don't come here anymore. Instead, I choose to run away. I don't want this to be my reality. I want to meet with the one person that cared about me again. Then I think you, like, collapse on the road, and that's where you end up in the hospital, and that's where you see her, right? Very specifically here, we see the sky and we see that half moon. Again, the episode is largely being characterized by this delineation. I'm seeing this as that same delineation, right? Almost like she's fading away as well. The good side's fading away. The moon is getting slowly kind of eclipsed. Well, not eclipsed, but you know what I mean. The happy side is slowly disappearing to the darker blue of the night sky. Coloration here, it's a new day, and we spot the old lady. And again, the similar colors, but muted. Something's wrong. It doesn't feel quite the same. I wonder how they did it with the colors. It is like, it's like it faded out. It's like it's shit. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels different. Like, compare this, 1734. Compare this to the earlier stuff, right? No, well, not that early. Like, this kind of stuff. It's the same colors, but they feel different. I don't know how they did it. It's very good, though. And yeah, this is the kicker. This is where she's just, like, straight up forgotten about you, pretty much. And forgotten your name and everything else about you. Again, I still have the art up. I wanted to remember you, but I've deteriorated to the point where I can't. That's fucked. I hate that. And again, she's a kid. She just doesn't understand. Stop. Make the pain go away. At least there's not long left in the episode. This one's fucked. This one's so painful. And again, even then, like, she's kind of defaulting to, like, teacher personality too. Are you, like, on roll call today? Can you grab me this? Can you grab me that? Like, she doesn't remember. I know you're a kid, but I don't know how I know you're a kid. You could be from way early in my life as well. Just kind of mixing up people like that. Really, it's fucked up. It is fucked up. Just this, there's this little touch here as well. There's this, oh, remind me of your name again? Oh, like, I forgot? Like, I know I meant to know you, but I don't. It just doesn't go together. This is fucked up. I can't say I expected this out of fucking Flip Flappers. That's all I'm trying to say. And then we have that color switch, right? So again, you used to find such comfort in the light over here, but now you're blue. You've been turned blue from this revelation, right? And you're running back towards safety, back towards where you belong. I can't be in this light anymore if it's that painful. Tripping over on the art there, falling onto Papika, where I used to want so much to be in the light, in that kind of warm, homely color scheme, right? I now want the darkness. If this is... I felt this strongly about this. Having it taken away hurts just as much, right? I wish I never felt at all. That's almost what's being gotten across here, right? Begging with Papika to switch, where, again, the opposite was true early in the episode. But again, that flip on that line. But Iro is Iro. So... we're the same. We're the same no matter what, and we feel the same feelings, and we're the same person. And again, they're both just ball in each other's arms. It's fucking terrible. And we fall into the void from there. From there, we're at the bottom of a chasm, which again is a little bit more like symbolic, right? We're at rock bottom right now. in the darkness where no one can see the light. We smell the nail polish, right? That's like the one piece of color in the scene, that kind of shining light, almost taking on symbolically the same shape as the fragments that we've been collecting. Here's where we get the context. Again, the nail polish represents you'll become a woman one day. You'll grow up one day and have lovely painted nails. And one more thing, we must remember this promise. If it ever seems like I forgot about you, because she knows about her diagnosis, right? If it ever seems like I forgot about you, just tell me. And again, I forgot about that because I'm a kid and I just didn't recognize the significance, and now I feel bad about that, right? I believe this represents the infraction point as well. Kokona's ability to want to make things right and correct. So again, the perfect thing to do in this situation would be to go back and remember this and remedy it, right? This is the source of pain, take the pain away. But we see, as a result, taking that pain away also took the art away, right? Like, you see what I'm getting at there? Taking away that character development for Iroha and that pain. But both of them make that decision. Both of them make that decision to go and try to make things right. The coloration here is very pointed as well. It's grayscale. There's no color here. We're almost trapped in this kind of crystal fortress. And we try to remedy almost this last interaction we had with her, right? We said hello, and then she asks, who is it? We hold hands. We're synchronized in our feeling once again, where we say our full name, Iro, and we say Irodori Iroha Senpai. And yeah, that memory comes flooding back, that color floods back in as well. And again, you remember that conversation you had with her, and you remember everything all at once. And it all comes flooding back, and it's all very beautiful and stuff. And after that, we're booted straight at a pure illusion. It's almost like we completed something, right? And it seems very hopeful and happy. But again, we meddled where we shouldn't have. That's the lesson by the very end of this, is that what we did was kind of fucked up. Almost like we're checking answers. We should go back and talk to her about this and see if she remembers any of it, right? I think when you go back and check answers, you may see that being correct isn't the be-all, end-all. Interestingly enough, Salt is watching this and he's like, I don't know. But he's just broadly concerned about a lot of things. By the very end of the episode, we see that Iroha has her nails painted, and she says that they're pretty and stuff. But we also see here pretty clearly that she's packed up all her art. She's not concerned about this stuff anymore, and she's packed it up to be destroyed. It's I don't know, it's taking up space. I don't really care for it anymore. We've taken away the one thing about her is that she liked art. So again, I just don't know. It's framed as a good thing, but it's not. It's so weird. I don't know how to feel about it. Anyway, episode 7 time. That was great. Again, I keep saying it every week. It's the best episode. It's the saddest episode. It's the one that got me the most emotionally. Either way, let's jump back in here and, go from here again. We start episode 7 and we can't find Iroha anyway. There's also specific focus on that piece of art there once again. Again, who she used to be. She used to hang by this painting and just kind of look at it all day, right? She was in awe of it. Now, she's literally burning her art. This is an incinerator. She'd rather burn it than keep it. Which is crazy. It's a huge character swing. And again, Kokona's characterization in the episode is being concerned about having that much power over people's lives, and that she can unwillingly change things about them. She doesn't want to do that, and it scares her, so she seeks isolation. Again, take the magical element out of it, right, and think about it as a normal character, a normal human, right? I'm scared that my interactions with others in kind of genuine conversation can impact them. That scares me because I'm not confident within myself, therefore I choose to isolate myself. And again, it comes from a low level of self-worth as well. I don't think they would benefit from interacting with me at all, so why should I interact with them? And again, that's what inspires this pure illusion in episode 7. Again, it's a huge flip, for sure. You literally said, I'm going to throw out my art. What's the point in keeping it? So much of episode 6 as well is characterized by keeping art and appreciating it and appreciating the connection. Yeah, you've just changed her fundamentally. And yeah, this is where Kokona gets the feeling that, oh fuck, I think we've done something here. We've changed her, and based on what we did in the past. Kokona continues to be broadly concerned, and it's nice that Yayaka and Kokona are just still on good terms where they can just sometimes sit in the same room and talk about things. I guess Papaka isn't serious enough to talk about such topics, right? Yayaka then says, anyway, you know that black place you saw the other day? Don't go into them, they're really dangerous. And it's I think the two things we're talking about are quite linked. Specifically here we say it's a tunnel to hell. Again, not literally a tunnel to hell. Figuratively, it's a tunnel to the hell because it's a tunnel to suffering. It's a tunnel to the backstory behind the art that we make, almost, right? In Iroha's specific case. which again could be seen as a personal hell, but we use that hell to create what we create. So again, emotion is so important there, and emotion and synchronizing emotion is so important to you know, impotence and magical girl wing and flip-flapping and all that kind of stuff, right? Like, it's so important there. Contrast that, of course, with the emotionless twins. You see what the show's generally trying to get at. Keeping these emotions and not cutting yourself off from everything is the play, is what's generally good and will lead to good outcomes in the future. Using that as fuel. That's what it's about. Really like the shots here too. The kind of scared shot of like concerned Yayaka into concerned Kokona, almost like those opposite shots there, back to back. Very interesting perspective. Again, what we saw in that portal, was it hell, literally? No, but it was somebody's personal hell, and we like fixed hell. We fixed it and made it good. No, don't do that, that's bad. May seem like the logical good thing to do, only have good things happen to you, but that's not life. Again, Yayaka knows more than us. She hears us say Senpai's memories, then it's like, oh, that reminds me of something that we're doing on our side as well, as like kind of the evil team. So, oh shit, that really is dangerous then. Almost like we're dangerous in the process. You're starting to question what we might be doing. If you could see somebody's memories and impact them, then what the hell are we doing as an organization? That bell rings at the same time. You're deep in contemplation, but something I didn't realize in the moment, Yayaka is deep in contemplation as well. What the fuck are we doing? What is our team doing, you know? Again, there's this really horrific tone to this now as well, as we recount the past. We remember that the one thing about Iroha is that she loved this painting, and she's never here anymore, and she wants to throw out her art and stuff. Yeah, going from I don't deserve to wear nail polish to this, to like showing it off. Yeah. You've lost the sauce. And again, Papaka's just too stupid to understand it, which I think's very funny. I think the joke here is that we ask this guy to explain what the hell's going on, and then he just says a bunch of scientific mumbo jumbo in the most like confusing anime way possible. He's like JoJo posing all over the place. The important part is what we explain here is it's a adjacent dimension to our own that's uncharted. We don't know everything about it yet, but it can impact ours. It's running simultaneously. That is the deepest level of pure illusion that we've discovered at this time, that kind of dark hole we went into. A critical area that can cause ripple effects in our world, basically confirmation that we have changed Iroha. Now again, the characterization here for Kokona in this episode is now concern. She's concerned because she thought that pure illusion was just an isekai. Right? That I would go to this other world and it wouldn't have any impact on our world. I can kind of wild out and do whatever I wanted. It used to be dangerous because we could die there. If you get hurt in the pure illusion, you get hurt in real life or whatever the hell. You feared that. You've overcome that fear, but now you see that this isn't just fake. It also impacts my life and the people around me and my connections, right? I used to love that art senpai, and now she fucking hates art. What's the go? And again, you choose not to tell Papaka this. She's kind of left in the dark about all this as well. Salt here says some stupid bullshit as well, some cryptic stuff. A utopia of perfect interaction doesn't exist. In perfect theory, all worlds should ripple and affect one another. That's not how it works. Sometimes it works. I don't really get it. Salt will be explained later on. Imperfect interaction is what defines our existence. And again, Kokona's actions last episode kind of exemplifying perfect interaction, right? I had this perfect finish to my relationship with that old lady. There's no drama there. There's no drive for the art anymore. Yeah, I do believe this. Imperfection is key, right? There's something in that in living. There's some kind of deeper philosophy to this line. And again, like starting to peel back the layers, we keep seeing behind the eyes here. Just that, yeah, a little bit more concern. We're getting closer and closer to discovering what's actually going on. What's with the snake glasses? Maybe that's a piece of symbolism to watch for later on. And then inexplicable groping robot scene. I don't really... Feet? Anyway, there's certain parties that would enjoy such a scene. I am not one of them. So the two hold hands here in the closet to try to emphasize the impotence to enter pure illusion, but they're not on the same wavelength. Or maybe they are a little bit. I don't want to go to pure illusion anymore, says Kokona, right? Collecting the fragments may turn Senpai back to normal. Well, I need more context. What are the fragments? Can they really grant wishes? I think so? Well, that's not good enough. Again, Kokona seeks this logic to it all. Kokona says it really directly here. I'm just scared we'll change something again. Well, we won't go near the hole. Well, you don't know that we won't go near the hole. It just kind of appeared last time. And then Papaka says the really pointed line here, I'll catch you if you're about to fall. Again, she was about to fall into the kind of dark hole there at the end of this episode and was caught by Papaka. But again, there's the lack of hand holding there. She drops the hand here and Papaka's like, what the fuck's going on? I thought we were besties. And now the trick here is we think that, some time's passed or whatever and we're not in pure illusion for the first little portion. But as it turns out, this is Kokona's pure illusion, a world where no social interaction and no imperfect interaction exists. Because all interaction is inherently imperfect, a world without imperfect interaction is a world without interaction. Again, almost what you wish for in the episode. So yeah, she walks back home. She doesn't see anybody, but she doesn't think it's weird. She looks for grandma. She looks for Yukskil, and she can't see anybody. They're all disappeared. But there is a meal cooked for her, which she finds strange. She sits and starts to eat said meal before we see little sister Papaka. So, again, my general theory here is that Kokona's kind of made this cocoon for herself in a way. See what I did there? Where she's kind of blocked out everything else. And this is Papaka's attempts to try to penetrate the cocoon and try to get to her friend. Again, to try to catch her as she's falling. And we get to have fun with it in a flip-flappers kind of way. You do a bunch of different character designs and almost anime tropes. So again, I'm concerned about imperfect interaction and changing things and social situations and all sorts of stuff, right? Therefore, I seek isolation. Therefore, Papaka is going to take on the form of various other social interactions that one may have in their life, almost taking on the form of media and anime tropes in the process. I think that is exceedingly clever to try to save her and try to prove that social interaction is a good thing ultimately. Yeah, it's this kind of really teary younger sister character that constantly wants validation from the big sister. And again, Kokona is like a people pleaser as well. She wants perfect interaction, so therefore I'm going to try to satisfy whatever you want from the situation. So yes, you can call me big sister. But it just kind of weirds her out because it's also her friend and also lover that's embodying the little sister. So Penguindrum areas, I don't know. Oh, I love Kewpie Mayo. More importantly, little sister Papaka has disappeared inexplicably. It's almost like this connection from the pure illusion has been cut off before she has to retry in the form of a different character to interact with Kokona once again. It's very interesting that Kokona, after this, meal is made for her, she just kind of goes along with her normal routine. Almost this focus on the watch again, straightening up the skirt, seeking perfection, looking all prim and proper, leaving the door and going to school. We're playing off of the first episode here as well. We come to this stop, right, where Papaka flew overhead in the past. No Papaka, no interaction. This is almost what my life would have been like without that first interaction of the show. And without any interaction at all. There used to be kind of background characters here as well, but they're not here. Nobody at school, and we see this kind of troublemaker boy character. Again, this is fun. We're playing with kind of, I don't know, gender in a fun way. I don't know. It's just cute more than anything else. We're gonna have a bunch of romantic scenes between high school boy Papaka and high school girl Kokona. Again, exemplifying what I'm talking about here. This is another imperfect interaction between these two, but ultimately it's very fun and tropey and stuff, and you end up enjoying it. Yeah, we decide to skip together. There's kind of the grab of the face there too. It's all it's just great. You know what they're doing. But again, just as he kind of catches me as I fell, see what I did there? He disappears once again. Again, it's almost like the world is fighting against these interactions based on the parameters set by yours truly. What's another place where I interact with people? No pure illusion crew around at all, no salt, no nothing. But again, as always, we have a character breaking through. This time, social recluse Papaka, who's just this creepy person hiding in the corner. What's that show called? Oh my god. You look like that character design with the hair over the eye. I literally googled loser girl anime, and there you go. That's who I was trying to find. That's funny. So yeah, Papaka kind of looks like that in this scene. Again, this isn't a perfect character interaction, right? I'm still kind of awkward. This isn't quite right, but it still, again, has inherent value. You see where I'm going here. The nail clippers are also an interesting touch, considering how much of the last thing was about the nail polish. Again, almost clipping away that polish, trying to have perfect nails instead of, you know, whatever else. I think there's something in that for sure. Also, she like shrivels up there, which is odd. I don't know what trope this is meant to be. She's just kind of fucking weird, and I think the hair's great. So shout out to this character still. Like green Papaka. Polite best friend character, I guess, that has like an aggro streak. Now, punching sandcastles is great too. Sandcastles are fleeting. Sandcastles are these amazing artistic creations that will kind of disappear over time or get washed away or whatever else, right? Knocking one down and rebuilding one of your own volition definitely has some value to what we're kind of talking about thematically in the episode for Kokona, for sure. So again, knock over your piece of art and we'll rebuild it. Again, like imperfect interaction. Again, we've built it once, smash it. That's imperfect. In a perfect world, it would stay just the same because I did it once, I shouldn't have to do it again. Castles are kind of this symbol for imperfection in that way. More than anything else, they just get to have like a lot of fun with all the different versions that they get to do and all the different interactions they get to do as characters. I love delinquent fucking Jojo Papaka. Yeah, it's really fun. And again, you're having fun doing this. Again, even though, you know, I have fun with every version of Papaka no matter what, but I still want my version. I still want my version back because I love her and stuff, but like, these imperfect interactions are still good. They're still valuable. You're still, like, liking your time here. And again, we end on kind of the delinquent look, so the two get to, like, match up, leading to you getting all blushy. Oh, it's just fantastic. Cue the musical montage going through a bunch more, even up to and including this character, too. Fucking Twin Tails and annoying, fucking strawberry crepe type character. Not my bag. Even, yeah, just in an arcade in general as well, like kind of this abandoned mall vibe to it all too. Love it. The photo booth scene's fun too, even though I still don't really understand what a photo booth does or whatever. Yeah, you're a different Twin Tower character. You're still annoying. It's the Twin Towers, man. It's the Twin Towers every time. I think this is fantastic scene to represent Kokona's personality as well. This is an abandoned world, but she still follows the rules and still follows the traffic lights. Again, because that's what you would do as like this kind of autonomous robot type character, right? Which is what she's being personified as. In a perfect world, I would still stop at a stop sign. I would still heed the warning no matter all logical sense in the situation, right? That's just who Kokona is. And yeah, pictured at this crossroads as well, you will make a decision here very soon about what you actually think about Papaka and social interaction in general. We make our way to the shrine here, and I think this guy's meant to be... If not already, I thought the other guy was the pretty boy. This guy's a pretty boy as well. I'm getting my tropes all mixed up. That ice-cold Ramune as well, we love it. Oh yeah, look at this fucking teenage bullshit. Yeah, you love this shit. And yeah, oh, the blush on the second-hand kiss too. It's fun in this scene that we're getting kind of romantic before we go like full-on lustful by the end here, right? I think you make your way to a motel room here, randomly enough, and you just kind of spend the night kind of hiding from the rain, is the vibe. I wanted to squint and say Love Hotel, but I don't think that's where we're going. I don't think. This is where we probably have the deepest heart-to-heart of the episode, the most, like, kind of dialogue-y we get with it, right? So let's focus up a little bit. So she's tired, but she wants to turn Senpai back to normal. Fair enough. I want to fix the mistake that I made by thinking that I was fixing a mistake, right? I want to go back and purposely make her life more imperfect. Is change really that bad? Well, yeah, in this case it is, but you get a little bit more specific with it. Because again, you're changing all over the place, this kind of devil Papaka, right? No matter how much you change, I'll always love you. What about you? Do you love me? And she doesn't really know. Why don't you love me? Because you're not the Papaka I know. Does it have to be the Papaka you know? That's not what I mean. Well, do you love me then? You mean as a friend, right? Not romantically. This is interesting. I think it talks to, again, personality traits and the ones that Papaka exhibits in our real world being inherently important to why I actually like her. It's not a relationship of circumstance. I genuinely like the person, right? Where again, like, you're trying to frame it as, well, it is a relationship of circumstance because you'll love every different version of us. But again, this is where Kokona makes the decision that I want my Papaka, and that's when you ultimately search for her and find her by the very end, where she catches you when you're about to fall. It's that decision point, right? So these are like kind of practice social interactions before you make the decision as Kokona to want to actually find the real version again. But again, we're playing with it a little bit here as well. We're playing with the kind of tropes of the show and the different kinds of love between the characters, and if they're actually... We're just Yuri baiting, essentially. Maybe not even baiting, because then we kind of cut to black, and we go outside, and it's like kind of very private, and the two are a little bit more scantily clad, and there's a little bit of tension there. And why don't we just take a break and enjoy ourselves? Again, you know what they're doing. And instead of making the decision to sleep with Devil Papaka instead, you still want to find your Papaka, right? It would be easy just to lay here in bliss without social interaction with this facsimile of my best friend. But I want to go and find my best friend, right? And that's the decision point. This place is fun and all, but I need to get back. That's when she disappears. Have fun being boring. It's almost like this demonic presence from episode 3 made its way back too. That's really fun. Again, have fun being boring and going back to your boring Papaka. Me, the Devil Papaka, is going to be somewhere else. And again, you make the decision to go on a journey. You're on the train tracks now. You're making your way down to go and find your friend. Keeping that balance, or stopping keeping balance, jumping off and focusing up a little bit more. And we take this really silent and pretty long scene of a train ride, right? No social interaction, and you're depriving yourself of the fleeting interactions to get to the good interactions, right? To get to the person you want to get to. Like, time passing and personifying focus is what I would say here in this scene. I've made my way to the destination. I'm sitting at the fucking Hibika Euphonium fucking river of death, and you don't even notice the people passing behind you, right? Like, I'm so focused on finding my one social interaction, the one that I truly, truly want, that I forget the villains that are even here. They're just kind of like, oh, okay, bye. And again, this is where Yayuka gets a little bit of her personal characterization as well. Instead of going and talking with Kokona, I need to show that I've, got inherent focus on what I want as well, which is the fragments, right? I need to show in front of the twins that I'm still all there, right? Again, you're worried about never being able to go back, and this is when you get your most boisterous and passionate, right? Papaka, you jerk. This is like this final attempt to call out for her. I thought I was looking for her, I've looked everywhere, I could not find her. The day is sunsetting, I'm running out of time, that same theme again, where again, the void starts appearing out of nowhere. It's almost like you're going to delve into your own backstory, which would be interesting if there's even anything down there. But before you're faced with that opportunity, you get caught out of the air. Shout out to the sound design here too. That is very creepy. It's like you're getting vacuumed by this like human vacuum mouth sound. It's very cool. So again, about to fall, reality like disappearing before us, you're calling out to help. I'll catch you before you fall, that line kind of resonating in our heads, hand just about to disappear frame before it gets caught. Then we play the kind of like heroic Flip Flappers music, which I really, really like. So yeah, great moment here. And again, the value of like flying in that Thomason as well, for sure. Like that kind of pipe structure from that first episode. I promised I would catch you if you fell. I'm going to pilot this thing, this representation of limitless opportunities, and save the day once again. I found my lost Korkana, right? What are you saying? You're the one that was... And again, we see that there was this dual narrative going on the entire time. You were always looking for her at the same time that she was looking for you, right? Those feelings matched up and synchronized, and that's when the moment that the two could be united. There's something in that, I think. And again, that revelation there that, oh, you were looking for me. The feeling is mutual. We both want to find each other. And again, it's all very gay and stuff, and, I guess I see how this makes Korkana feel better about the whole Iroha situation, right? Okay, imperfection in social interaction is good. Okay, I still want to go back and save Iroha and make her normal again. Because again, that imperfection in that social interaction between the grandma and Iroha led to her development to make her the person that she is here today. Taking away that stuff is bad, and you're learning that same lesson here within here, right? Okay, I want to go back and make things better, yeah? Change will happen eventually based on certain things in the past. I can't be the same person forever. All these kind of things coming across in her head through this segment, her taking these lessons forward and hopefully using this new power to not exactly fix things, but maybe just observe. Again, taking this rocket ship all the way out of this zone, sparkly into the sky. We then get an establishing shot of the evil base, which is crazy, where Yayuka has been kicked out, the security level has been modified, and she's no longer allowed in. after they're apparently so close to whatever the Amorphous is going to do or whatever. The Amorphous children are superior to you in every way. There's no reason why you should be included on missions. You were kept in the dark about the dark holes appearing in Pure Illusion as well. You didn't know what they were. If you choose to disobey anymore, you will not be needed here. You'll be discarded and you'll be picked up by the heroes and join us and stuff, and it'll be awesome. Either way, here's the Amorphous twins just kind of hanging out, doing their thing. And yeah, evil guys like, I don't know, we're close to our evil plan and world domination happening, so sure. We get another different establishing shot for like these weird structures near the lake where some flowers are. There's a dude typing on a laptop, hacker-manzing in the corner, which I think is just Salt. I think that's just Salt, I think. Yeah, that's the best look at him. I think so, right? He's like hiding. We like Pure Illusion into this zone. But we just like chill for a bit and make flower crowns or whatever. Tiaras, depending on your perspective, I guess. Look at that, very cute. At that same time, all the fragments start resonating. Your fragment resonates, Korkina's fragment resonates, and then Salt's fragment resonates as well. And we get this kind of flashback. Mimi, you yell out for Mimi. You yell out for Mimi. You're like Salt as well, I think. I don't know. Or like, okay. You yell out for Mimi. You kind of look like Paprika, but we don't really get colors here. We're all yelling out to this person who definitely has a bluish tinge to the hair. You look like Korkina. And you're carrying a child? Thoughts? And then you say, I'm sorry, and you go away into the light. Paprika like has a moment there, and then remembers the name Mimi, and then starts to call Korkina Mimi, and then you look at your fragment as well. What does all of that mean? What the fuck? Okay. What can I even begin to theorize there? There is some kind of thing that happened here in the past where Mimi, who is implied to be the mother character there carrying a child, disappeared somewhere, right? Does that make Salt Korkina's dad? Okay, hold up. Okay. Something is occurring where Mimi is taking a baby with blue hair into a portal, right? That's what this is here, right? I think. That would... What is it? What is it? Who's the first person that yells Mimi? Who is that? Like this person. That's Paprika, right? I've got no clue. But I'm seeing like mother and child. That is Salt's motivation here to get that back somehow. And you're like, I don't know. You're somebody very important, Korkina, based on that. And Paprika maybe knew you once upon a time, but we all just forgot our memories or something? What? Are you two siblings? I don't know. We're going to leave it. I'm just kind of spitballing there. I don't really have anything to say there. Not yet. We'll expand upon that pretty clearly. These two episodes were great. Show's continuing to be good. Really good. I really liked 6. It just made me sad a lot. But it's good. It's really good. I'm going to stop now and record something else and eat lunch. But yeah, I'll return for more Flip Flappers in the future. Patreon if you want to be 1 week ahead. Discord if you want to talk to me about the show. And like the video and subscribe right now, or I'll kill you. I'll send people to your house. So do it now, please. I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Flip flapping or whatever they say. I don't know.